Aloha everyone, welcome back to Isle Blessings. Hello, hi, how are you? Anyway, we're going to get right into it. So we're going to be looking at today for our pick a card reading is what makes up your Tower of Power. So pile one over here is going to be a rose crackle aura quartz. It's more of the aura quartz side rather than rose. It is a little bit pinkish. And then over here we have a citrine smoky quartz. For the number three, we have an actual more pinkish rose aura quartz tower. And these are all crooked. And then over here we have a purple fluorite. So I'm going to let you have a moment to meditate. Maybe tap on your third eye just to kind of wake it up a little bit. And then I will see you in your readings. Okay, hello and aloha pile one. If you have chosen this kind of slightly pinkish but more on the quartz aura tower. And let me get you a closer look here. As you can see, pretty crackly, but you're not all that it's cracked up to be. So I'm going to do a live shuffling, and this is going to be short and sweet. In another video, we will also be looking at what makes up your dark tower. Not necessarily more of our shadow selves. It could possibly be. We'll see what spirit wants to do, what to say in that reading. But until then, we will focus more on your Tower of Power. So we will be looking up what makes up your base. So what are your roots? What are possibly your convictions? So we have two cards. So we have Celestial Rose of Ma with a number 10. So already coming out with a bang of fire and dramatics. All good, of course. And then a new gown. So already it seems like you are pretty well, you have a pretty good foundation. You know where you're coming from. As you can see with this Celestial Rose of Ma, there's a lot of galaxies going on over here. This almost also looks like a nebula. Now, over time, nebulas are actually quite old. Even though they are the nursery of all these stars, I mean, literally, they take thousands and millions of years. So it's got a long more to go, but it's also come a long way. As you see, it is a light within this darkness, and it is radiating its own light, and it almost looks like there's lava radiating out, and there actually might be already an established connection with the higher self, with the guides, with any and all that you believe in, and it's pretty solid. Definitely sounds like it's from your past as well. And with this new gown, as you can see, she's already enrobed in all these rainbows of colors, and she's just owning that. It's like a mantle. But she's looking towards this light. She's looking off in the distance. She wants to go on adventure, or she's looking at the possibilities, and there might actually be a crown way off in that distance. As you can see, there's also a light. So following that light, following that path, all the possibilities that could possibly be out there. So we will also look at what zodiac energies or even elemental energies that could be radiating from you, or what you like to harness a lot more, or what people maybe could possibly mistake you as. So what zodiac sign or element radiates for pile one? So just because you are a certain sun sign or a lunar sign or a rising sign, we all embody a lot of zodiacs. It's not just one. It's just that for this one in particular, we're going to be looking at what you might harness more than your signs that you are born with. This one. Okay. Okay, we have earth energy. Okay, definitely speaks to a lot of the foundations. Now I'm putting this over this because even though I have my camera elevated far away from me, it's all these cards are big. They're not all going to fit. And then we also have Aries energy. So you could be an Aries, not saying that you are. Now, for this Aries in particular, as I know we all know it as a fire sign, but for this Aries sign in particular, he is, again, more space, more swirls, more nebula action, more cradle. He is emerging in a swirl of flame, passion, fire, and Aries, you know, they just go. They just go for it. They just go for adventure. As soon as they get the thought that, they just go for it. No need to think about it too much. And they, you know, number one, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So definitely a lot of earth, definitely some fire in there. Got some passion, and it speaks to your basis or your conviction. So what other energies could you possibly radiate? Now this could be either angel, this could be chakras, this could be other commitments, or, you know, things that drive you, energies and things that drives you to be you, and what can not stop you. So this already jumped out. Oh my. Okay. I am so sorry. So door to romance. Again, more fire energy, but also definitely earthen. Door to romance, again, does not always mean a romantic love. Could be, but it could also be friendship, or even family, but definitely this one in particular gives off more of the passion feeling. We also have the number 33. So it is a master number 33, and the 3 is, of course, a lot of communication, travel. Again, you know, like 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, not so much. Definitely more on the positive sides. And definitely the go-getter. There's also, again, another door, another emergence, another path to go through, just another path. And then there's, of course, there's this lock right over here and a key. So a door to possibilities, or a lock to possibilities, a mystery to unlock. Or you could possibly know, and it's just something that you are constantly pursuing. We also have another 3. It is blossoming abundance. So again, this is out in the world, this is in the sunshine, this is in the moment, this is taking in all the beauty or searching for that beauty. And what riches or fortunes, or, you know, just whatever you're down for, out there, anywhere. So we will also get a little bit of what makes up almost your middle. So this is something that could be at the base of your head, kind of at the back of your mind, because those things do give you a sense of security in what you could possibly want to pursue, what it is that you want to do. So what for pile 1 is the back of their mind, or what helps them ground out their decision, even though you have a lot of passion, a lot of drive to just do, just do, okay. Oh, okay, righty. So which, this one is up, where you want to go? Okay. So we have the Prince of Skulls. Okay, more earth energy. But this one, the Prince of Skulls, or the Pentacles, definitely over that 10, definitely more wisdom, but always moving. Earth energy doesn't always have to be still. Earth energy, you know, it's energy of life. And what does life and earth mean? You know, seeds, growth, not so much as wildness, but just the life in general that grows. And the Prince of Skulls loves that. He is not quite indulgent, even indulging in the sensuality of it all or in the moment, but he is well dressed, so he does appreciate more of the finer aspects, and he is also looking off into the distance. So more distance, more possibilities towards that new gown. Could be also looking out for the next best fashion, maybe the next best color, item, clothing, goods, food even, because again, earth energy speaks to a lot of the physical aspects of existence. We also have Two of Scepters. We have more fire energy. The Two of Scepters is, of course, not just duality, but it is also a sense of balance. So, movement, action, scepters or wands, as you'd like to say. So, there's actually another Aries, and there is another Aries right over here. There's also some Mars in his chains. So, definitely driven, definitely not so much as masculine, but with the wands or the scepters, it vaguely speaks to fallacy. So, or the phallus for that matter. So all about action, all about not so much as giving, penetrating, not receiving. Definitely a lot of yang energy as well. So we are actually also going to look at what is at the top of your head. What tops the top of your tower, which could either be blessings from spirit, blessings from the universe, or what adorns your crown for that matter. And we're gonna get one more for pile one. What adorns their crown or blessings from spirit. So first one, we got exchanging gifts. Number 27, so either you can look at it as a 2 and a 7, or singular. 2 is the median, the balance, the mediator. The 7 is definitely, I mean, 7s gets repeated a lot. It's usually associated with spiritual, not too much in religion. Definitely a blessing number, but it can also translate to a 9. The 9 is also a humanity number, and with these exchanging gifts, so it could be that you are heavily invested in, let's say, your community. You like to do a lot of things for people. You like to bestow gifts. You either show it, since it's a lot of earth energy, definitely seems more like the physical, not financial, but very meaningful gifts. And they are actually a blessing to a lot of people. As with this little cute cat over here. It is also gentle energy when you are giving somebody or gifting something. It's very gentle, it's very sincere, even if you think you should be petty. So that is one of them that adorns your crown. We also have a leg up, and it's a 34. Another 3. The 4 is a teaching number or the teacher number. And with the leg up, we do see an adult polar bear giving a platform for the little itty bitty polar bear that's just trying to get on top of his mommy. So spirit recognizes that not only is it an exchanging gifts that you wear in your crown, in your hair, on your sleeve, for that matter, you also are willing to give somebody the leg up, maybe the jacket or the umbrella in your car, or just to give something and not really expect anything back because it's something that you feel like you have to do. But with all this earth and fire energy, you don't linger around it for too long. You don't have too much of a hidden intention or motivation to possibly use this against him, or just, something to like, oh, I did this for you. Why don't you do this for me in return? So this is what makes up your Tower of Power. So thank you so much for joining this one. This is kept short, mainly because it's just looking at you, and I would like to save the other part of me talking for what makes up your dark tower, or what is possibly what made up your past power. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to check out the other videos if you have a chance. If not, I will see you later. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. So if you have chosen this Smokey Citrine Quartz, welcome. So we're going to be looking at the Tower of Power, or definitely more on your light side. So this is going to be shorter than some of my other videos, because in another video we're going to be looking at what makes up your dark tower or your past tower. So for this one, we're going to be looking at what makes up the base of your Tower of Power. I'm going to be doing some live shuffling for once. And let's have a quick look-see for pile 2. Okay, these two. Okay. So we have the human gift, and there's a little bit of an angelic feel to this. So either you have possibly come into this life as your first or one of your early stages of being here on earth. It could be that you are possibly from another plane of existence, the ascendancy, and maybe even the angelic realm. That definitely is what makes up your roots for being here, and maybe possibly a guardian angel incarnate. We also have sacred convergence. So let me pull it back. So we have a 1 and a 7 on this one. 1 as an individual. The 7 also relates to not so much as a religious number, as definitely more of a spiritual number, even though we usually see or associate 7 with, like, say, 777. That can also translate to an 8 if you put that together, 1 plus 7, and it does symbolize the number 8. Could be for business, but for this one in particular, it does symbolize the infinity symbol when you turn it on its side. So back to this one, we have sacred convergence, and it's an 11. I'm getting a feel more that this is kind of the fractured scenery. Kind of an incomprehensible, which is quite appropriate, because as you can see, there's a little bit of the circle and another partial circle over here, and then you have something else on the outside, looks like stars. So it reinforces the fact that you have come from another plane of existence, and it can't be comprehended here because logically, of course, we cannot comprehend what it's like in the other planes of existence or even other dimensions. So it's slightly also fractured, looks like a clock. It could speak to maybe 1, 2, 3. Maybe you came from the 3rd plane of existence. We do have faces over here, another breaking in here. Or your family might have come from a different plane of existence. And you also have a lot of figures over here. So it could be something that's from your lineage in actuality. Quite a bit of your roots could also have expanded beyond this realm. And it also has the 11. So if you haven't heard by now, 1111, make a wish or something like that. It's actually not that far off. 11s is a representation of 2 1s. Now it could be duality if you want to look at it that way, but it's a master number for numerology. So we have the 1 here and the 1 here. They actually look like gates. So the reason why people say make a wish is because 11s are supposed to represent the gates of the universe open to you. So it's one way and one way without any obstruction. 11 comes twice a day for your time zone. So usually people say make a wish because it has 2 gateways open. Just so you know, just a heads up, it can go both ways. So be careful what you wish for. The next cards I will pull up is what energies you put out. Now, just because you are a sun sign, a lunar sign or a rising sign, we all exhibit a little bit of the zodiac or the earth element, but we're just going to look at which one you exhibit a lot more than others in your Tower of Power. What are we getting it for pile 2? Okay, we'll just get these. I don't need 4. Which one do you want? This one. You sure? Okay. So we have Gemini. Again, another duality. It is also a 3. So Gemini, duality, 11. So not so much as opposites attract, but just two pieces of a whole, but still connected yet opposite. And then we also have a 3, which is a communication number. Gemini is, of course, an air sign, deals with a lot of communication, a lot of fast pace, just information, logic, and it just goes. So it symbolizes as the twin. So you could be exhibiting a more Gemini energy because it is, you work or you go through life a lot better with somebody. Possibly someone from your past. If you were a guardian angel, you're watching over them, and this time you're going to make sure that they're okay in this lifetime, because now you can touch them physically instead of maybe possibly coming in through their dreams or in a fractured reality, perhaps messages from above for that matter. So there is that. And it also is represented by the egg and a swirl. So definitely more space. We also have Pluto. Yes, I still personally consider Pluto is a part of the solar system. And it is also still the most powerful planet in my opinion. It is also represented by the 22. So if you want to look closer shot. It is also represented by the number 22. So a master number, another 2, it is the second master number after 11. So we have 2, 2. So the 2 means, I apologize for the dogs in the background. So 20. So we have more wings playing over here. Oh my goodness. I apologize. I'm just going to keep going. So a lot of wings playing right over here. And then we also have this dark in the background as well as a lot of stars. So he is a little more frosty. And he has multiple wings, so more of the ascendancy, Pluto. So when you walk into a room, you have a very powerful presence. It's not Mars. It is not something that is aggressive. It is not something that's assertive. As you can tell by his stance, he knows he's powerful. He's not a king, but it is just something that people cannot deny about you. They always have to look. They have to look, they have to quiet down, they have to see. And the frequencies I'm hearing also seems to quiet down around you. So if there's like white noise or some kind of buzzing in the air, when you walk into a room, it seems to calm down, take it down several notches, or it's just gone altogether. It is a very powerful magnitude, and with the 22, definitely an equalizer, a balancer on a multiple level, if that makes sense. Again, I do apologize for the dogs in the background. Oh, okay, so what we will be looking at is what other energies or convictions or what drives you to be here will be making up towards the middle of your tower with energy cards. So we have a man holding the coin, a 4 and a 3. So 4 as the teaching number, 3 is the communicator number, or you can also look at it again as a 7. So a man holding the coin, he is much more older. There's both the sunset and the sunrise. He is very well put together. He is wiser. And it's just something that people have noticed about you. There's something very much wise in your airs. This doesn't always say that you are financially stable, but you might have an idea how to stabilize, because a man holding the coin also speaks to a lot of earth energy. So very down to earth, very stable, a very, very strong foundation. We also have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. And if you want to look at it again, there's another 7. We also have another angelic appearance. She also has wings. And you don't have to be a she, you could be a he. This is just the overall energy that applies to your Tower of Power. No genders here. It's just an energy, whether female or masculine, that speaks. There's also space here in the background. There's again more circles around here. So purples, pinks, maybe ultraviolet. So definitely something that's not on this realm of plane. So 4, again, teaching number 1 as the individual number, the first, not really the first, 0 is the first, but 1 is considered the first step. So speaks to the early parts of your life as a human on this existence. It also translates to a 5, which is an adventurous number. So kind of a young frequency energy. So the next cards that I'm going to shuffle are what's at the back of your mind. What makes up the shoulders and the neck of your head in your Tower of Power? And something that drives you, something that makes you look, something that makes you go. Okay, you want this one and this one. Odd choice, but okay. So you want it this way. Okay. So we have 3 of Knives. So it's quite possible that there has been a heartbreak suffered in the past. If you have possibly come from this other plane of existence, it might have been a very harsh reality to be human, because being a human is very painful. There's a lot of suffering going on. Sometimes, I wonder as a starseed, why do I want to do this to myself every single time? I have been here for a very long time. And of course, if you have come from the angelic realm, pain is something that you have never felt before. You may have a high tolerance for pain, but it is still very real. It is still very heartbreaking. The 3 of Knives in the traditional tarot, it is represented with the heart and 3 swords. So the knives are swords, 3 swords shoved into it. So we have crows scattered in the background. These are more of messengers, but in a more dreaded sense, in a more morbid sense. So it again speaks to the harsh, cold reality of being on this earth. And 3, of course, being the communicator. So it could be possible that what turns your head are what things people say. Maybe injustice, because there is a strong sense of justice here as well. So it could be many injustices that makes you turn your head or makes you seek out and perhaps gives you purpose. So we have the 3. We have another 3. We have 3 of Scepters in reverse. So it seems like it kind of plays off, I feel, to this one. So in the reverse, there's quite a bit of sadness here. There's resignation, sadness, not so much as bitterness, but it's definitely the suffering. So you have been before on the other planes of existence. This is all definitely new to you. Now you know what it really means to be human, what humans suffer through. So 3 of Scepters or 3 of Wands is a joyous card, and when it's right side up, it is a time of party and celebrations. In reverse, for this in particular, it is definitely a celebration, but it is a celebration of a happy sadness, I want to say. I think it's because you are relieved that you know the sufferings of the humans in this life. So now you can further understand and harden your resolve. So the next ones that I'm going to be shuffling, these cards will be what adorns the top of your tower, what adorns your crown, what blessings you have possibly received from spirit, or what gifts do you wear on your sleeve or your hair, accessory that is different from everybody else. Okay, so we have a new life. So it's a 3 and a 9. So you can look at it this way. 3, again, has a communication. 9 is the humanitarian. It is one of the highest frequencies in the numerology scale. It is not the final, but it is very high octane, very out there. New life. Again, possibly your first, second, or even third time being a human in existence. As you can see, she has emerged from this egg and she is stretching. You can also look at it as 3 plus 9 equals 12, 1 and 2, and then reduce it back down again to 3. So we definitely have new life, new experiences. Wings are not quite dried out. Oh my goodness. One moment. Okay, I do apologize for that. So we'll continue on. We also have to be fair. So again, this definitely speaks to justice, not so much as Libra, but there are these two scales. So you want things to be fair now that you see the other side of the picture, or you're in the other person's shoes, which is to be human. So now that you are here, you would like for things to be even, to be fair, for equality even. And you have the owl right over here, so you definitely have spirit in your crown as well, or even your ancestors helping to guide you, you have Pluto energy, helping you to not only see, helping you to also not clear the air, definitely equalize the situation, and that also means the air. So again, if you walk into the room, if somebody's fighting, they all of a sudden feel like I have to stop. I don't know why I have to stop, but I have to stop. You also radiate this gentle energy. It is a comforting energy. It is almost a motherly energy, maybe a parental figure. We also have a 3 and an 8. So the 3 and the infinity symbol. And if you do have 3 plus 8, it comes out to another 11. So definitely you could possibly see a lot of 11s, maybe even 8s, or maybe 333, either in the morning or the afternoon. It's just a reinforcement that spirit is with you, and they are there right beside you, and they are helping you. They are helping you in this life. They are here to reassure you of the convictions that you have made before you came into this existence. Ooh, you have a very powerful one, I will say that. Anyways, I'm going to leave this right here. If you would like to check out my other videos, feel free to do so. And then hopefully later on in the future, I will also have your Dark Tower of Power. Anyways, thank you very much and have a good day. Pile 3. If you have chosen pile 3, you have gotten this Rose Aura Quartz Tower. Now I'm going, like the other piles I've told them, this is going to be very quick. This is just looking at your Tower of Power. Later on in the future, I will be doing a Dark Tower that will either be looking at your past or what makes up the shadow part Because, you know, every tower that is casted in the light, it is also casted with a shadow. So what would you like to show pile 3? What makes up their towers? I'm going to be live shuffling these cards for once. Okay, so we want these two. So what makes up your base? We have Cosmic Heart, and it is an 8. Quite possibly either interested in space or possibly a star seed or a light being, definitely from the universe. And there's definitely an 8 over here. So there, if you look at it sideways, it is an infinity symbol, not just a business number. The rise and the fall and the repeat. We also have Let Love Transform, and we also have what looks like another galaxy. Very dream-like state, so possibly also from a different plane of existence. We also have a 14 over here, a 1 and a 4. So the first, which is the individual or the first step, and we also have 4, which is the teaching number. A lot of colors over here. Definitely getting the feeling of artistic or aesthetics. It's a lot of sensation. There's a lot of sensitivity, maybe overload, maybe a lot of joy for that matter. Especially looking at rainbows or anything with an iridescence. Crystals might also be an addiction. You also have a lot of blues, a lot of pinks, so there are various degrees of duality, which I also sometimes see with the number 8. Let love transform. So love can also come in forms of friendship, romantic love, parental love, familial love, even friendship, or even fluffy pets for that matter. Let's see. So we're going to be looking at also the other energies that you exhibit. Just because you have a sun sign, lunar sign, rising sign, you know, whichever. We can always exhibit any zodiac energy. Zodiac energy or elemental energy. It is capable within all of us. So we'll see which one makes up your tower power or what you like to exhibit a lot more of. We have the Sagittarius, and it is a number 9, so it is one of the higher frequencies in the numerology. We also have a sun. We have this big star, this big sun, this big fire in the background. We have another sun, we have another star, we have another sun, we have another star. It is not quite that you are in the spotlight, but there is something about you, whether your passion or your eyes. It's just something that cannot be denied. Your will, something that you say, definitely getting more of the passion, the artistic, the wonderful vibes. It's very sunny. It's very motivating. It's very, very motivating. And Sagittarius also, you know, they're not afraid to stand up for what it is that they believe in, what is their passion. As you can see, it's kind of look like he's defending the sun, defending his right, defending his passions, his convictions. Yeah, definitely doing that. We also have Neptune, which is quite interesting. There's a lot of dream work going on. There's definitely a lot of this warrior feel. Very solid foundation. So Neptune we usually associate that with the trident, with water, with the slowness and the stillness. But this is more like a slow build up, working out, I want to say. Exercise, honing oneself, definitely honing oneself and one's will. So we have we have balance, and we also have 1 again as the individual. Definitely fit. Might be well versed in a specific subject, a specific knowledge, and like the force of the trident in the deep, or maybe Aquaman if you want to look at it that way. There is a very powerful presence beneath the surface. Yeah, definitely beneath the surface. So what other energies do you radiate for pile 3? We're going to be looking at this as to what else helps drive your tower. This is definitely towards almost near and dear to your heart. That is something that makes you kind of get up in the morning. So we have adjacent possibilities. So your passions could possibly take you into a lot of open doors, a lot of open windows, and you might have found your passions in the most inconvenient, unconventional ways, not inconvenient, unconventional ways. We have 2 and the 4 comes out to a 6. Usually though, the 2 is a balance and mediator, 4 is the teaching number, 6 is definitely another teaching number, but definitely more of a passionate stance, more passion, and a lot of doors, a lot of possibilities. So definitely this is something that this also speaks to, like, again, in the mind. Like, there are many doors open in your mind, and that could possibly throw back to the Neptune, in which you might be honing your skills. So you're opening all these doors and pulling in all these resources from all these open doors. Some people open doors one at a time to, like, say, clean something or to get something. And you, on the other hand, you just open everything so you can see everything. We also have walking away. So we have the mediator number 2. The 7 is the spiritual number. It's not so much as you're walking away from something or somebody. This is definitely walking away and then seeing what's out there. This woman is emerging from these gates, away from all these fences, and is just walking away. She is confident. She is coyly looking over her shoulders. Definitely speaking a lot of that Sagittarius. That's Sagittarius energy. Not so much as the attitude. It's a confident energy. It's a wonderful energy. So we are also looking what makes up these shoulders, or what... No. I didn't even ask the question. So we're also going to be looking at what makes up the shoulder, the neck, or what possibly turns your head, or well-roundedly grounds your thought processes. Yeah, I told you guys, if you have seen my previous videos, I'm not the best at shuffling these cards. So what... I'm not even going to ask anymore. You gave me 2 cards, so that's that. So we have the 3 of Skulls. Communication. So 3 of Skulls is the 3 of Pentacles. So definitely honing this vampire woman is honing her skills. She has this wheel over here, and she's pulling spider webs to make threads of silk. So definitely in the process, likes to work with her hands, confident yet also thoughtful, as you can see by her expression. She is constantly thinking. She's constantly in her head. We also have a spider over here with the Mars energy, so definitely more of the assertiveness, definitely more of the passion, not so much as the masculine. There still seems to be a balance over here. Not saying that you are a man or a woman. We all harbor both the female and the male energy. So there's a lot of spinning going on. There's a lot of making. There's also the Capricorn energy. So you do also have an earthly energy about you, as you can tell with a lot of the colors over here that comes from the earth. We have a lot of plants that comes from the earth. So you do have a grounded base, but you definitely want to be making something. We also have the 5 of Scepters. We have this fire over here is a cross, and we have a woman standing against a panther roaring at her. So, but she is standing her ground. She is standing in her conviction. 5 of Scepters or 5 of Wands traditionally means conflict, strife, usually depicted with 5 people or 5 staffs just kind of duking it out with each other. This one just symbolizes that you are firmly standing in your power. We also have Leo energy right over here, and we also have Saturn. So Saturn is also viewed as a taskmaster. It is a energy, is is an energy that cannot be denied. No matter who it is that you're facing against, whether it's somebody big, somebody small, you are not going anywhere once you make up your mind. This is not something that you always live for, but sometimes some of us just like to debate because it makes us feel good when we win, you know, when we actually win the conversation, because we're right. We know our shit. It's not something that, you know, we don't know all willy-nilly about. It speaks again to this Neptune, this cosmic heart, this Sagittarius energy. And then let love transform, because this love for your passion let you transform into somebody who is fearless. She's not afraid to hold that flaming cross. So we're going to be looking at what adorns the top of your tower, what adorns your crown, what adorns your sleeve, or possibly blessings from spirit. That is for that is for pile 3. We have mending. So mending, sometimes your passion can possibly get you into trouble. So this just speaks to that you are able to mend. It might be a difficult process sometimes, but after a while you do circle back around and you do help mend the bonds, or you help people mend the bonds with other people, because you're a go-getter, you know very well what it is that you do, and you stand firmly in it, and you have been the solid foundation or this gift or blessing to somebody who looks up to you. Not necessarily someone who's younger than you, but definitely you are there for somebody, or you are a mender as well right afterwards. After you thoroughly make your point, of course. We also have soulmates. So there might be possibly somebody special in your life who is near and dear to your heart. I'm getting more of a parental vibe to this rather than something that's romantic. It could be. We also have the 4 and the 1. So the teacher, the 5, which is the adventure energy, and 2 is the mediator. So kind of like the salve or the mender. And then we also have this 1 over here, which is the first step or the individual. So soulmates can also speak to sort of like the Lover's card. So it is a fusion, it is a sharing of information, and it is something that actually you're quite easy to do. You don't hand off the key to just anybody, but you are more than willing to make the amends. It's just something that is actually also within your nature. You don't burn bridges necessarily. You could possibly just make them better. Alrighty, I will leave this here for you, pile 3. If this has resonated with you, feel free to take this and think about it. If not, you're more than welcome to try other towers and see if that resonates with you. If you have liked this video, hopefully you will look forward to the Dark Tower series. And I will see you later. Take care. Okay, hello pile 4 and welcome. You have chosen the, pardon the noise, you have chosen the purple Flourite tower. Now this reading is going to be a lot shorter compared to my other videos, because we are also going to be looking at the Dark Tower. So that makes up what your past is, or the shadow of your tower, what's in that shadow. So yeah, this will be short and sweet. So we're going to be looking at what makes up the base of your power tower, or Tower of Power. Okay, you want this one? This one? Okay. So we have from nothing to everything. We also have a 1 and a 6 represented in here. 1 is the first step, the individual. The 6 is a bit of a teaching number, definitely more on the artistic side. And as you can see, it kind of reminds me of a painter with a blank canvas. This definitely looks like a spiral or a nebula. So Nebulas are the cradle of baby stars. So a lot of creativity from nothing at all, or what seemingly might be nothing at all, but you see many possibilities. So we also have enter the garden of delights. So a lot of sensual, a lot of color, a lot of life playing here. Garden of possibilities, garden from nothing, because a garden can only happen if somebody makes that garden happen. So gardens not traditionally, gardens usually are cleared away first and then they are planted. But with planting comes imagination, comes logic, comes with a lot of planning, a lot of effort. And as you can see here, there's quite a bit of trees, there's a lot of splatter, possibly fruits or blossoms. So fruits and blossoms of labor. This is what makes up your base. Next, we're going to be looking at what energies you like to radiate more often in your Tower of Power. Now, it doesn't matter what sun sign you are, lunar sign, ascendant sign, Mars sign, whatever, or house that you usually hail from. This one in particular is just when you are standing in your power, what energy, what zodiac sign, what element do you, or planet do you radiate more when you are standing in your power? Okay, this one and this one. Okay. So we have Aquarius. So Aquarius represented as the two fishes. Definitely a duality going on. We do have water. Now, Aquarius may be an air sign, so to speak, but it still is represented with two fishes. So there's definitely water, lots of water going on, and it is an 11 for this card. So another duality. There's some heavy play of not so much as wishing. It definitely is a lot of planning, a lot of hard work, a lot of hardcore elegance. A lot of hardcore elegance. As you can see, there's these decorations or this armor that this Aquarius man has built or harnessed for himself, yet you still see at this core it is breaking apart and it is coming out from this crown. There's a lot of ideas going on. There's plenty of flowing. There's plenty of abundance. And with the 11 over here, it is represented by two ones. They are the gateways to heaven as well as earth. A lot of people like to say, make a wish on 1111. That's because you have two double gates open. But again, be careful of what you wish for. We have plenty of, we have all four elements, it looks like, over here. So lucky you. So we also have Cancer energy. So Cancer energy, cardinal energy, my sign. It is also represented with the boar. So it is a teaching number. As you can tell, the Cancer is lying in wait, looking at this beast off into the distance, possibly pondering and thinking how they can overcome this beast or attain the kingdom of the sea, the kingdom of abundance, and a lot of strength building. So it could be that you are working with your hands. I'm still also getting a lot of earth energy as it comes from the Garden of Delight. So it's definitely something that you love working on, maybe some homemade touches. Cancers also are known for holding on tightly. So once you have set your mind to something, you're going to see it through. Most of the time, you definitely see it through. From nothing to everything comes into play again. So we are also going to be looking at what else other energies makes up the middle of your tower. Maybe commitments. And okay, we'll do it. Okay, that was really quick. So we have woman holding a heart. It speaks to a lot of passions again. The heart definitely has to come from somewhere. It has to be nurtured. It has to be grown. Garden of Delight. So woman holding a heart is not always pertaining to romance. It could be. This one, I'm still getting more of a passion, a good feeling, something that gets the heart going. And she looks a little bit older to me, so definitely a lot of wisdom and gazing longingly or lovingly over something. It is also represented with the 44. It's the master number 44, so we have 4 numbers. So the 4 is represented as another teaching number. So it is quite possible that it might be something that you like to teach, perhaps kids or co-workers, or training, or even helping customers to learn. And with the Cancer, still not motherly, parental, definitely parental. We also have the yin yang, so you embody not fairness, and we also have the master number 22. We have a lot of master numbers. So we have the 11s and 22 and 44. So the yin and yang, of course, we all know it's a balance of light and dark, cold and hot. Moon and sun is represented in here. So you can love the day, and you can also love the night just as equally. We also have the 22, which is represented as the mediator number, or the balancer, kind of on steroids, and then also represented by the yin and yang. We definitely have some convictions going on, a lot of fairness, a lot of equality, definitely a lot of equality. We're going to also be looking at the neck or shoulders of your tower. I'm not done yet. So, like I said in my other videos, I am not the best when it comes to shuffling my cards. I have unfortunately told, I think, like two other readings in this video. It is embarrassing. So this one is what turns your head, what draws your attention. Ugh. I just need 2. I don't need 15. Okay, you gave me 2. Thank you. So we have Daughter of Skulls. Skulls is also represented as pentacles, or a lot of earth energy. She is gazing off into the distance. She has a candle, single candle, that is not quite worn down, but it has been burning for a while. So you have passions, but you usually focus, again, like one thing at a time. So she has this candle burning, this one thing that draws her attention, because she will see this through. She's thinking right now. It definitely speaks to a lot of thinking, planning, the garden, from nothing to everything, or even staring at a painting or a drawing or a project and seeing, what do I start off with first? What can I get through first? I need to get chapter 1 done. Let's start with chapter 1. So you are definitely more firm. You don't get caught up in, unfortunately, a lot of us neurotic people, where we get distracted by just about everything. Earth energy, definitely more stable energy just after the 10 of Pentacles. So much more grounded, much more sure of oneself. But there is still kind of gazing at something else, or just something behind it. What could possibly be there? Still more dreaming, still more planning. It is quite possible that sometimes you might spend a little bit too much time on such a project, or just one thing, or maybe too many things at once, because we're all human. We all get distracted. So this Ace of Scepters or Ace of Wands is upside down, represented by the fire, the first step, the first number. So it could be that your first idea may not be the best one, but it is something that you need to get through, because this one is trial and error. You figured out what works, you figured out what fails. It speaks to the yin and yang, because with success you also need failure. With the Garden of Delights, you need to also work hard, sweat, and fail, or maybe something breaks in order to make it. From nothing to everything, starting off with nothing, but then figuring out how to make everything. The Aquarius energy, which here it was harnessing all four elements. Woman holding a heart, it is something that you are passionate about, so it is something that you will not beat yourself up about too much. This is definitely something that is something that definitely turns your head, and you don't let it get to yourself too much. So congratulations. Not many of us can do such wonderful things, and I say that with the most sincere words. I can't say words right now. So anyway, we'll just move on. So the next ones we're going to be looking at is what adorns your crown, what possibly Spirit has blessed you with, what do you wear in your hair, what do you wear on your sleeve, what is at the top of your tower. So this one and okay, this one. I'm so glad Spirit only just gives me two things at a time. So we have the to the sea, not out, not backwards. I am so sorry. We have the 7 here, so it is represented with the spiritual number. More of a motherly side. So to the sea, we have this woman sitting in the bathtub, and she is thinking. She has binoculars behind her, but she also has the winds or the compass pointing forward, and she is contemplating, she is drifting. The ocean or the sea looks to be calm right now, and there's a fog. So contemplating where to go, looking backwards where she has come from, but definitely still going forward, as you know, again speaking to everything over here. So you have the capability of, even though you are out there, out to sea, you are not adrift. You know where you're going by knowing where you have been. We also have the Observer. So it speaks again to the planning, the thinking, the Cancer card, looking up at the beast, the Aquarius energy, with his core on fire, yet his head also spewing ideas, also on fire. From nothing to everything, the Garden of Delights. The Observer is this fox perched up, looking at the moon, and also looking at the stars, looking at the possibilities of what is out there, but also very sure, very earthen energy in being stable, keeping their feet on the ground, knowing that they will get there eventually. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of planning. So Observer, you like to take rest quite often, but it's just because you need to. It is something that you need to either discard your idea, or to perfect your idea, or to can a certain part of a project, or discard a chapter. If there's not a whole lot of chaos going on, so you know what it is that you want. Definitely a combination of fire and earth energy, because it is a part of your passion, like this woman holding a heart. We are also looking at a 4 and a 9. So 4, another teaching number. 9, it's again one of the higher frequencies in the numerology, which is the humanitarian. So you could be working with a lot of people, you could be interacting with a few others. It just seems to be a little bit more on the muted side when it comes to the 9 and interacting with others, because I'm sorry, ill people. For me, it's just ill people. This also is a 4 plus 9, which becomes a 13. Can look at it as in 1, as a 3, and then again reduces to a, well, not really reduce, adds up to a 4. So another teaching number. So if you are not teaching somebody, you're constantly teaching yourself. In any case, it is all enriching, it is all fulfilling, and that is your power. Anyways, if you like this video, feel free to also check out my other videos. Eventually, I'll put them out. The next one that I'm going to be looking at is what makes up your Tower of Darkness. Again, not so much as your evil or your alter ego. It's just something that is within your, whoops, I'm sorry, that what makes up your shadow. You can't quite see it. So what makes up your shadow? So of course, the closer you are to the light or in your power, the deeper your shadow. So we will definitely be looking at that in the next video. Anyways, I hope you like this, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.